Last week, Meghan Markle appeared on the Aspire podcast opposite British businesswoman Emma Grede. I'm not kidding you. Her last name is actually Grede. It's just spelled with an E at the end. Anyway, they talked about launching a brand, rewriting what it means to build under relentless public scrutiny. In her first wide-ranging interview about her new company as ever, Meghan joins Emma for a candid conversation about the pressure, the pivots, and the power of betting on yourself when the world is watching.
I actually agreed with an E looks like greedy.
It was a lot about, self-work and self-care and confidence and authenticity, and Meghan Markle, of all people, is going to tell us what it's like to serve realness.
She would come off as more real if she didn't seem so preoccupied with the notion of seeming authentic.
Right. Well, the
most authentic thing she could do would be to stop talking about authenticity.
That was what they addressed in this clip from the interview about her authenticity, and she defended her choice to post the infamous baby mama dance video from 4 years back in the delivery room, trying to crown by twerking.
Here we go.
You have to be authentic.
Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance?
I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you the timing of that? We maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday, and I was like, is that her?
Oh my God.
Is that Prince Harry there with the fingers and the, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Meghan and Harry, let's go.
But I think
that's you, right? Like, that's you in a way that we kind of haven't been able to see you before. And I did like a little secret cheer because I was like, well, that's what I kind of want to see from you. Like, I want to see that happiness and that honesty and that, like, I don't give a
But also, by the way, that wasn't yesterday.
No,
that was 4 years ago. So it's also a really great reminder that with all the noise or whatever people do, there's still a whole life, a real, authentic, fun life that's happening behind the scenes. I'm just grateful that now, being back on social as well, I have a place where I can share it on my own terms.
On your own terms.
Okay.
It's so hilariously ironic because right before this clip, Meghan is saying, it's so tiresome when people are so rehearsed and they have to be reading from a script all the time. That's literally what you do. And she also claimed that she doesn't use her personal social media to promote her business. That's why she shares these behind-the-scenes clips of her family life. It's not to promote herself or boost her image. She uses it for authentic sharing, such as twerking. And that's to show her fun, crazy side.
Again, this is nothing new from other celebrities. It's just that the other celebrities don't have a problem with people thinking of them as inauthentic.
Well, this podcast host, this businesswoman, she also interviewed Gwyneth Paltrow. And Gwyneth Paltrow is everything Meghan Markle wishes she could be. Yeah. She's shamelessly out of touch. She's like, yeah, I have personal chefs. I have housekeepers. I have chauffeurs. I don't care that I can't relate to the general public. I am who I am. Buy my product. Buy my vagina candle. Take it or leave it. This is me. And that's more authentic than posting a video of yourself twerking to seem authentic. And that's what people are selling these days. Like, authenticity is a product.
Yeah, it's the best social media influencers understand that putting on the air of realness is actually an art. In a lot of ways. Like, there is a fine line where sometimes, because if you look too unprepared and it looks too unpolished, then it just doesn't catch and it doesn't actually attract the eyes of anyone. But if you are overly produced, like I said with Will Smith when he started his YouTube channel, people see right through it, and it is a fine line. It's an art to making somebody seem accessible and relatable without making it seem contrived and forced. I don't envy them. I would never want to do that for a living. It sounds horrible.
I mean, a much easier life for her would have been to just stick with the royal family and follow the rules, but she decided to forge her own path and deal with the consequences. Speaking of putting on airs, that reminds me of another clip that went viral. Her ability to turn very ordinary things that almost everyone on Earth does daily into some self-congratulatory achievement worthy of a Nobel Prize is unrivaled, almost beyond parody. This is her talking about the fact that she puts together lunches for her kids before school every day.
To be fair, I'll give her a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here is you're being served up these interview questions. This is the coursework in being self-congratulatory.
Like, yes, tell us more about the lunches that you pack for the kids.
Now,
You're
however,
such a super mom.
But the thing is it would look just as inauthentic if she then went on Instagram Live and said the same thing.
Right.
But here we go.
I don't want to miss a moment for my children. And I love that I can do drop off and pick up at school and do meetings in between and go to Disneyland for 2 days, as we just did. And, you know, volunteer to serve hot lunch at school or be the chaperone for the kindergarten field
you're
trip.
So good. You're making
I
so
love
you have
packing
to
the
choose.
lunchbox.
You do?
Yes,
Oh,
that's like
stop it, Megan. No, you don't. Do you
Yes,
do?
I
But
do.
Lisa, do you like make shapes and like make it look all beautiful? Is it a sprinkle situation? Are we putting?
sometimes.
Oh my God.
I love.
My kids are all going to move into your house.
No, stop. I think, but look, to your point, like that sounds ridiculous, but I love it. At the end of a long day, the kids are down to bed at like 7-ish. I can go downstairs, have a glass of wine. I'm doing their little lunch, but I find joy in it. I don't want.
It's all about those little moments of joy. Imagine Meghan Markle is your mom, by the way, and you go to school and you open your lunchbox and you've got flour sprinkles littering all of your food. Her kids are not eating that shit.
They throw it away and
No.
get lunch from the a la carte from school.
Stop with your flour sprinkles. And, you know, it is putting on airs. The way that she wistfully looks up at the ceiling and she's like, and going to, and her little voice crack, like the way that she kind of makes her voice, you know, a little bit raspy there. Going to Disney with the kids for a 2-day trip, you know? And doing the little chaperone thing and the lunch boxes, and I'm just such a super mom and a female founder, and I just like somehow I do it all and I'm a fucking saint. Like that was the message, right? I'm the woman who can do it all. I'm so perfect, blah blah blah. That is why people find you inauthentic. It's a very simple equation.
It would actually probably become more authentic if we heard this from her husband and he was saying the exact same thing. Somehow that would seem less fake.
To relate it to a personal experience, I went to several private Christian schools growing up. And at all of them, there was an intense parent hierarchy, an intense parent competition almost. Like
Okay.
there was definitely a lot of status being thrown around, and it was all fueled by the moms about what car you pick up the kids in and the lunches that you pack your kids and who's hosting the play dates and who has the best birthday party. And it sounds so ridiculous, but this is how people live their lives. And it's a waste of your life to be thinking about these superficialities. But it's not just Meghan Markle. And, you know, you never relate to someone who acts like that because their entire life is a front.
Yeah, I wanted to pull up the she made a post at the start of the new year where it was like welcome to 2025 and she wrote it in the sand and like does the thing where she comes up to it with her phone to like look at 2025 in the sand, and people spotted that she tried it in another part of the beach and like crossed it out and did it elsewhere. That's what they mean by inauthentic. That like, look, and everyone's kind of guilty of it in the age of social media. It's like if you look at old photos of yourself that were taken on I mean maybe you never experienced this, with like a film camera and you didn't have a say in what it looked like, there's something more endearing about it, even if you don't think it looks that great. But when you have access to looking to see how the photo turns out right away, you're going to retake the photo several times because you're going to see something you don't like about it. And that is a recipe for inauthentic portrayal of anything.
But this is why social media can turn into such a vice for women specifically, because their core temptation is comparison, which is the thief of joy. And with the parents that I'm talking about, the parents of the other kids at my schools, whatever, they didn't have social media. They were, at least you could say, they were playing a comparison game with people they actually knew in real life with face-to-face interaction. But then when social media gets introduced, it becomes all the more sinister. And in a very real way, Meghan Markle is trying to portray herself as the mom and the business owner and the girl boss and the trad wife all at once. And no one believes that any one individual person is capable of that. So you have to be hiding something. That's what makes people uneasy about her. You have to be hiding something, some ugly side from social media in order to accomplish this persona and this image that you're putting forth.
Yeah, and maybe it's also like men will never see the day where it comes out that she's monstrous to her husband, though she probably is. And if they ever get divorced, it'll end up being his fault. He was a bad guy, and we'll never have any proof or evidence to the contrary. And we'll find out that she'll become a victim in the later years.
I don't think they're going to get divorced.
You don't think they're going to get divorced?
No. I mean, I think they're the exact type of toxic couple that is codependent, and they're never going to leave each other because they feed into each other's worst instincts.
Not in the age of social media. There's a time limit on stuff like that. I think that they probably.
I could be proven wrong. Clip this, but my bets are on Harry and Meghan for the long run.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.